Hey, this is Matthew.
And this is Andrea.
Welcome back to Nerd News Today, and it's time for an action figure review.
We haven't done these in a while. I need more.
So what do we have today?
Today we have the Master of Magnetism himself, Magneto.
That's right, from Diamond Select Toys. This is their Magneto figure. There's actually two versions. We have the normal version, but there's actually an unmastered variant, which is really cool. Yeah, so here's a look just at the typical Diamond box we've all come to know and love. Mm-hmm. It's enormous.
It is. It is so enormous. I can't wait till we pop it open.
Yes, same here. And here's just a quick look at the back, which has a bio about Magneto and tells you also who sculpted this.
In this case, it was Gabriel Marquez.
And we also have a look at that unmasked variant I mentioned before, as well as just two other figures. They're not really showing a ton of stuff in the back of these toys, so whatever, makes it real easy. And on the side, just a nice, good picture of Magneto, which is cool. Yeah. But we don't come here to look at these guys in package, so let's go ahead and open Magneto up, shall we?
Yes. Are you using your magnetism?
I don't know, it depends how lazy I feel in post. Well, something's going to come out of these. We'll see what.
Be afraid, people. Be afraid.
Let's open them up. So here's our Magneto out of the package. And Andrea, that was stupid easy to get out of the box.
That was stupid easy. I was genuinely surprised how quickly that happened.
So if you're new to this channel and you haven't really looked at a lot of these figures, usually we talk about getting these Diamond figures out of the box.
Oh my god.
They have a ton of twisty ties, sometimes rubber bands on them. He had none of that.
None of it. It was beautiful.
That was great. I wish all of their toys were as easy to get as that.
Oh my god, that was so good.
That was such a relief. So here's our look at Magneto. We'll show you the back real quick as well.
I like his cape a lot.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of the first thing we have to talk about is this cape. It's huge.
It's huge, but I like the motion and the movement of it.
It's a very statuesque cape,
Yeah.
which I didn't really expect from a figure.
Yeah, but I mean, it's Magneto. If anyone's going to have a cape that commands attention, it's going to be him.
If anybody's going to be dramatic, it's going to be Magneto.
Oh my god, she's such a drama queen.
Totally.
But Doc Doom is probably a little bit bigger.
Oh, totally, yeah. What an egomaniac that guy is.
Oof.
Yeah, don't get me started.
Anyway, so I really like this overall. You know, like when I first look at it, it's like, oh, cool, it's Magneto. I really love the cape. I like the body and all that. But that face is a little troublesome.
Yeah, that is not a good head. I hate to say that. That face is not that great. What really sucks about this is we saw the unmasked variant on the packaging, and that head looks stupid good.
It really does.
That's a great looking head.
That is a Magneto head. This, I don't understand what happened here. Like, his eyes are weirdly drawn in, and they're super bugged out.
Yeah.
You know, it's like he's on some kind of drug. Like, that's really kind of what it looks like. The way his eyes are just, like, really big pupil, bright pop of color. It's not Magneto.
No, nothing about that really just works at all. It looks to me like Bill Clinton. That's what I'm going to say that head sculpt is. This is Bill Clinton as Magneto.
Hold on.
See it now.
Oh. Okay, not in the eyes, but definitely the rest of the face, and that's creeping me out. And
it's unfortunate because the helmet's really nice.
Yeah.
That helmet's really cool looking. It's a little bit of a unique shape for Magneto. It's not just the bucket on his head.
Yeah.
It's got some dimension to it.
The body's good. I mean, the
body is killer. That's a stellar looking body.
Yeah, actually, I'd say that the head is probably a little bit small for the body.
The head is also small because I think that's part of the problem.
Yeah.
Is they sculpted it with the helmet being as the head.
Yeah.
So his head should actually be bigger.
His head should be the size of the helmet and then have a helmet on top of it.
Exactly. It needs to all be bigger. So that's part of why it's also just not looking as good. It's a little pinheaded because of that.
That's a weird thing, and it's a shame because overall this is a really good figure. So to have the most important part, which is his head, not work as well, that's a shame.
What makes it more painful is that this body is so good looking. Mm-hmm. Like, it's totally Magneto. And there's not much to a Magneto figure, to be really quite fair. It's not really a ton to do with Magneto, but all the things are there that need to be to have Magneto. The cape is especially so dramatic, as we said. Mm-hmm. So all the bits and pieces are working. It's just that head, oof.
Yeah, and you want to make it even sadder? It's not just this that's so good with this being so wrong. It's that we have this stand, which is amazing.
Yeah, check out this base, folks. This is a amazing base.
Oh my god. We have this base for this character, and the head is so messed up. I mean, you have Colossus in here!
Yeah, there's a Colossus arm. I gotta say, like,
How cool is that?
We've looked at a lot of Diamonds, like statues, the PVC dioramas, and this base for this Magneto toy might be the best base we've ever seen. I'm gonna say it's the best base we've seen, all the statues we've looked at. And the reason I'm saying that is because, like, there is so much more detail in this base right now, and texture and color than we normally get from a lot of those PVC dioramas. I mean, you've got the shiny Colossus arm. We've got the dull bricks, which is not just red. There's multiple colors in there. There's the gray rubble. There's the Xavier sign. There's a lot of colors in here, which you don't get in the typical diorama bases. There's a lot going on here.
I don't know if I entirely agree with you about being the absolute best base, but I will say it is definitely one of the best bases, and it's probably the one that tells the most story.
Totally.
And it tells the most story in a way that includes the Marvel Universe, because you have Colossus and the Xavier Institute, so you know exactly where he is, and you know exactly what he's done and who he's fought against. So that there's a story, boom, right there.
So I'm going to go ahead and see about putting Magneto on the base. Those little footsies.
Yeah, I know, they're so cute. This looks great. I mean, now that he's on the base and posed, I mean,
this is kind of perfect. Like, this is like for a statue and a figure collector. This is like the perfect marriage of the two in some ways.
And it's really frustrating that the head is so wrong. Everything's so right except for that one very, very, very important piece.
Yeah, which is really unfortunate. So I would say in that regard, get this, but get it with the unmasked variant.
Yes.
Yeah, that's really the best way to do this, I think. Lesson learned here.
I agree with you.
So I do want to mention just about the articulation. It's a little bit less than what we've seen with a lot of the other figures in the past. There's no buck over here. It's just one solid piece. That's how Diamond did them a little bit. A lot of these figures actually were like that. Not all of them have the chest piece.
Yeah, and I prefer it without the chest piece, to be honest.
Some people do, some people don't. So it depends what you like. But if you're one of those that doesn't like them, then there you go. This is perfect.
I don't need the chest piece.
Sometimes you don't need it. And I think with the Diamond stuff, it's not always needed.
Yeah. There's some figures, especially the larger ones, the larger characters, where having the buck is actually very helpful. However, for all of them, they don't need it, particularly the women, because they've always failed at doing it right for the women. Sorry, high horse, I'm off. It's all good.
All right, cool.
Not that I feel strongly or anything.
No, not at all. No. I will say the one downside about this articulation, though, is that his shoulders can't really move higher than this because the cape is draped onto them. So you'll have limited articulation there, but you know what? You can do this. So really, what else do you need to do with Magneto? I mean...
Yeah, he just basically needs to be like this.
Yeah, and you could still do that, more or less. And you can force up a little bit, and then you get the job done. You'll get there.
I would like to see other characters on this base, just to see what it would be like.
Well,
can other characters share the base?
I think they can, because it's all the same peg holes. So, yeah, you could put other people on this base, and you could even put Colossus on this base, and you could have him be like, what's going on with my hand down there?
Did I travel back in time?
Yeah.
Timed. Oh, get a bishop figure, put him on the base, and be like, oh, crap! I have to go back.
Exactly. Bishop.
Bishop.
So that's our look at Magneto from Diamond Select.
Overall, we really like him. The only problem is the head, so we recommend, if you're going to get him, get the one with the unmasked variant, because that head looks...
So much better.
Yeah, it just looks far superior. But overall, it's a really great piece. This base, I feel like we could have a lot of fun with it, not just with Magneto. I'd love to, have Bishop or Cable, one of the time travelers, just be on that, looking down at Colossus and, have somebody like, oh no, wrong time period.
Yeah, exactly.
You could just play around with it a lot.
Whoops, that's what I get for sneezing 20 minutes ago.
Have Colossus show up and be like, what is this? That's not a Russian accent. I don't know how to do a Russian accent. I'm so sorry.
That's our video, folks. I'm Matthew.
I'm Andrea.
That's Magneto. He doesn't have a terrible accent. We'll see you guys next time with some more figure reviews here on Nerd News Today. Zip, zap, zippity zap. That's what Magneto says, right?
Zip, zap, zorp.
Zip, zap, zorp.
Zip, zap, zorp.
Zorp.